first games, you have won 3 of them. How satisfied are you with the start of the season?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good start. Obviously, the first game against Mannheim wasn't our best, but I think the team responded really well in the following 3 games, and there's a good feeling in the locker room now, and we want to keep it going.
In the last 3 games, you only conceded 4 goals. And what are the reasons for the good team defense at the moment?
I think it's a lot of different things. Obviously, the goaltending has been very strong with Boogie and Henrik, and then I think our systems that Craig has us playing are really conducive to team defense. So yeah, I think it's been a whole team effort, and yeah, it's been impressive so far.
And in the last 2 games, the Tigers scored 5 goals in the third period. And is this only about conditioning, or are there other reasons why the team is playing well in the third period?
Yeah, I mean, I think conditioning definitely plays a factor in it. I think we obviously have some really skilled forwards who can score goals. So I think that also plays a role in some of the success we've had in the third period. Um, but yeah, no, I think the team is just firing on all cylinders right now, and we're gonna try to keep that rolling into this weekend.
Against München in the last home game, you scored your first point of the season with an assist. Even you are not purely an offensively orientated defender, is it still important for you confidence or to achieve a point from time to time, or is it something you don't look at in your statistics at all?
Yeah, no, it's always nice to contribute offensively. Yeah, it's great for the confidence, and if you can get on the score sheet, it obviously helps the team win. So yeah, no, it felt really good.
What are your goals in the second season in Straubing now? Are there some points in your game you want to improve?
I think obviously just help the team go further in the playoffs. That's kind of the main focus this year, not so much on individual success. So um, yeah, just having a really good regular season, and then carrying it into the playoffs, and hopefully go further than last year.
In the last season, you lost every game in the regular season against the Eisbären Berlin, unfortunately. What makes you optimistic that you can win the game tomorrow with this team, and which things are going to be important therefore?
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously played very well the last 3 games, so I think we have a lot of confidence right now. They're also missing some players with suspensions and injuries, so um, yeah, I think we have a skilled team, very fast, so it'll be a good matchup, and um, yeah, it should be a good atmosphere in Berlin.
Do you rate the game against an 11-time champion as a special one?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can play against a top club in such a big rink, the emotions are a little bit higher, so it'll be exciting for sure.
And you won the first 2 home games. And what would be important to keep up the good home results on Sunday against Augsburg?
Yeah, I know it's another Bavarian team, so our fans will be very excited for that game. We obviously love playing at home in front of our fans, so um, yeah, we're just going to try and put our best game out there, and hopefully we get the result that we want.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
One more thing about you personally. I mean, Craig put you into more of a leadership role this season, right from the beginning. You already was some letters in the preseason. So, what does he expect from you in that role, and what do you expect from yourself in more of that leadership role this season?
Yeah, I think just being hard to play against, being a key contributor on the penalty kill. That's kind of some of the things that he's asked of me, and I'm happy to do it. So kind of just leading by example. There's a lot of great leaders on this team, older guys. So yeah, just do what I can, and yeah, try and help the team win in any way possible.
And how do you try to fill that role within the locker room? Are you someone who talks to everyone, talks a lot, or more like just more nuanced, but to focus on certain things you want to say and not talk too much?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have a little bit of a quiet confidence about myself. I don't like to, step on anyone's toes, or kind of, go and try and be someone that I'm not. So, um, Cons has obviously been here for a long time, and is the captain of the team, so you kind of let him do most of the talking. And then same with Leubel and Dashner and some of the older guys. So yeah, just try and lead by example and play the way that the coach has asked me to.
2 wins against 2 strong opponents. Yeah, at this point of the season, how close was last weekend to what you can ideally expect as a coach?
Well, I thought our team played well at times throughout the weekend. I thought we showed a lot of good traits, a lot of different traits. Sometimes we showed good resiliency, we showed good pushback, we showed good team toughness, team togetherness. We played good structure, we played hard, we played fast. We sometimes made it hard on ourselves, but we managed to be resilient. We managed to work our way through scenarios. We worked hard at trying not to make the big mistakes, and I thought our team showed a lot of good qualities over the weekend. But they're just tests, right? Each game is a test for us to get to the ultimate performance, and we're certainly not there yet, but we're striving for that every day. We train hard in the week and look to execute on the weekends, and I'd say the team's in a good place right now.
Especially the last period against Munich, even though they were trailing and maybe you'd expect them to push, they only had 1 shot on goal in the 3rd period. So what does that say about your team, and how proud does that make you? Because obviously it's not an everyday step to have just 1 shot on goal against when you're leading a game in the 3rd period.
Yeah, well, our team, we work extremely hard. We work hard on our fitness. We work hard throughout the week, and we're just trying to execute a style of play. And I thought the team showed in that 3rd period a team togetherness, discipline to the structure, and yeah, just a commitment to trying to not let them back in the game. So that's one of the things, like you talked about earlier, what I thought the team did well, and I thought that was a good plus for us, good confidence builder.
Let's also talk a bit about the penalty killing. It's number 1 in the league right now after 4 games. What do you like about the PK at the moment?
Well, usually your best penalty killer is your goalies, and I think the goalies have certainly done a really good job in that department. And I think just the structure of what we're trying to do, the guys have bought in. They're really trying to I would say, without giving all the strategy away, which I don't want to do, but we're trying to maintain short shifts. When we have an opportunity to clear it, and then get fresh legs out there, and keep up the tempo of our penalty kill. So, it's always evolving. It's always fluid as far as that goes. It's always chess matches in each game, and the guys have done a good job handling the information and going out and trying to shut down the options of the other team's PP.
You mentioned the goaltending. How would you characterize their competition, so to speak, since the season started, since the preseason started? Because obviously the performances have been there already since the preseason game started. So it's been working out well so far with 2 goaltenders who have an ambition to play a lot of games. So how would you characterize their competition?
Well, I think first of all, there's a good mutual respect between the goalies. They both respect each other. They have good relationship. They work with each other, push each other. So that whole inner working is healthy, and it's very good. It brings out the best in both of them, and I think you see that we have confidence in both goalies, and it's certainly nice to have two goalies of their caliber behind us, you know, and backstopping us and cleaning up messes. And so we're extremely happy with where they're at, with just the way they approach the game. They're both professionals. They're both hard on their details, work extremely hard, and you know, they're growing, you know, and they're only going to continue to get better. So we're excited about that, and hopefully that answers your question. Yeah.
So last weekend you got goals from all four lines during those two games. How important will it be to use that depth again, especially tomorrow against Berlin, with them playing with a little bit of a smaller lineup right now? So is that kind of the key to the game tomorrow, to use that depth again?
Yeah, I mean, I think our depth, it's not a secret. We have a balanced team, and so we have to use that to our benefit, right? And so it's a little bit of a luxury to have four lines that you have confidence in, that you can throw out in any given moment. I think you see that. Have confidence in all the lines to do the job that they are being asked to do in each game. And you see that. So for sure, I mean, as the season wears on, the more you can distribute ice time evenly amongst the players at the right moments, it just, you know, it helps in your load management of guys play, and keep them fresher, keep them healthier, etc. over the course of the year. So as it pertains to this Friday, yeah, we're going to go in there and go with the same approach as far as lines go, and see how it goes. You never know in a game. I'm not afraid to mix things up and to change things on the fly, depending on how we feel it's going. And so we just got to see how it goes, game by game.
Do you feel like...
Shift by shift. Moment by moment.
Do you feel like with the first game against Berlin,
stay in the now,
since the playoffs, there's still a sense of revenge within the team? Because obviously after the series in spring, a lot of players felt like, winning just one game in that series, we probably didn't get fair value to the way we played in that series. So do you have the impression there's still a sense of revenge for tomorrow within the team?
I'm sure for the players that have been here for a while and come up against that wall over the past couple of years, I'm sure it resonates with them, that there's a little bit of that extra emotion fueling them. But at the end of the day, it's a new season. Of course, like you said, like, you know, everybody would like to make that a big deal, but it's just another game. We got to go there. We have to get to our game fast. And it's a tough opponent. They're the reigning champs, right? And if we want to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. And so we get a good test on Friday, and that's how we're looking at it. Don't want to over dramatize it. It's 3 points on the table, just like every other game. And so we just have to stay steady and stay focused, and yeah.
On the other hand, do you think? I mean, if you look at the playoffs last year, your team was probably closer and more even matched with them than some of the other teams in the playoffs that played against Berlin. So does that give the team a certain confidence playing against them, even though you lost the series?
I mean, I think, does it give us confidence? Knowing that we're that close, is that your question?
I mean, knowing that you were closer in the playoffs than some of the other teams, and in that matchup against Berlin.
Yeah, well, that's a hard question, because at the end of the day, like, it's a new season, new team, everything, all the variables have kind of changed, right? But I think as an organization, you know, as you assess last year, which, you know, you do at the end of a year, typically a season, you can look and say, okay, you know, we were pretty close. And we probably pushed Berlin harder than any of their other opponents on the way to their championship. I mean, as you know, like, you know, we score that goal in overtime in game, was it 4? It's 2-2. And we're going back there 2-2, even with the series kind of maybe momentum shifting to us. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And, you know, Berlin showed their resiliency and their championship character. And they ultimately got the job done, right? But yeah, I think people, I mean, they even recognized that. I think they had said that they were pushed to their limit in that series. And so we can take a lot of positives from that and then use that this year. And I think that's what we've tried to do, is try to build on that. But what does that really mean at the end of the day? It means nothing. You know what I mean? Truth be told, at the end of the day, in the past is in the past. What's important is what we have in front of us right now. And that's where I'm at. That's where I think our team's at. It's like we're focused on now. That's it. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about Sunday. Dial in to today. And so that's where we're at. And we'll see where we are tomorrow in the game. Should be a good game. They're you know, if you assess them, they had a hard weekend last weekend. And so what's the most dangerous type of animal? One that's got its back against the wall. And that's how I would expect them to be tomorrow. So it's not going to be easy for us. We need to make sure we are ready for that. And the start of the game, I'm sure, will be important. And we just got to get to it fast and implement our game. If we do that, we'll give ourselves a good chance.
Can you give a little update on Mike Conley and Wade Ellison?
Both progressing. Cons skated with the team this week. Felt I don't think he had any ramifications from ramping up his training on ice with the team, meaning like he didn't have any lingering issues after the ice session. So that was all positive and a good step forward for him. I thought he looked excuse me, he looked a little. Yeah, I think the pace of our practice, you know, he hasn't been out there in a couple of weeks, so I think he felt it early, but I think by the second practice he was feeling a little bit more comfortable with the speed, and he looked quite good towards the end of the training sessions. And Wade, as you know, he's been off the ice for a while, and so it's been really good for him to kind of come in, acclimate with all the players, acclimate to the style of play we want to play, get caught up to the speed, not just physically, but mentally, right? Things are happening fast, everything's new. So he's done a really good job of that. He's brought a really positive energy to his work and to the team. And so, you know, I would say he's getting really close to being ready. And we want to put him in a position to succeed, right? Like, so that's also important, is, you know, want to make sure he's comfortable. And then when people are comfortable, they're able to give you the best that they got.
But it doesn't sound like any of them of the two is playing tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't sound like that to you, but I'm not going to come up here and reveal, you know, what we're thinking, like 100%, you know what I mean? I'm not, come on.
But I guess it's also, as a coach, it's a little bit easier to be patient with any lineup change. It's the way the last weekend worked.
Well, you also got to remember too, the guys that have been playing good.
Yeah, that's what
you know what I mean? The teams have been playing good, and I respect that. And so, yeah, you'll see it tomorrow.
problem last season. Last weekend execution was very well. Do you think it's early in the season? It's just a coincidence in the second weekend, or is this something the team is improving this year?
Execution of gameplay?
Of scoring goals.
Ooh, wow. Well, if you go back to the first weekend, you would say, this is an issue, right? It's a concern. And so then we spent the week leading up to last weekend trying to address things. And then, had a good weekend last weekend as far as output goes. But it's something that is always needs to be worked on, constantly reminding the players to focus on different sorts of habits in practice, and just revisiting the structure and how we want to play, and then having the more comfortable and the more times the players go through the types of scenarios that they're gonna probably see in a game, and then we're just mechanically practicing it, then it just becomes part of like what we do, and a lot less stress on the player, a lot more comfortability inside of those moments, and then it just comes down to, execution. And we're trying to really incorporate a lot of that into our training sessions so that when they do get in those moments, they feel good about it and they can execute. At least that's my logic. And so, but it's a season, right? Like sometimes it goes good, sometimes it doesn't. And again, it's just, I think about being steady, same approach, believe in process, believe in doing good work, believe in that sort of thinking. And generally, it over time proves to be, I think, the right way.